Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham.
Om Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadrisham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavaतीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। ॐ नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवसमारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति मध्यमां नित्यानन्दपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ ललाटे त्रिपुण्ड्रीनितिलकृतकस्तूरीतिलकः स्फुरन्मालाधारस्फुरितकटिकौपीनवसनः ददानो दुष्टारं शिरसि परिराजं शशिकलां प्रदीप सर्वेषाम् अरुणगिरियोगी विजयते सामार्घ्यं स्थित्वा ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ हस्तराय फट् ॐ हैं कवचाय हुं ॐ हं शिवाय वषट् ॐ हृद्यास्म हव्यर्नोमपसद्य मित्रं देवं नस्तु अनुराधमपि शतचिवें शरदा साविराः ॐ शुक्लाम्भरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तयेत् प्राणायामय ॐ तदेव लग्नं सुदृढं तदेव ताराबलं चन्द्रबलं तदेव विद्याबलं देवबलं तदेव गौरीपते तें गृहीकं स्मरामि ॐ हर हर नमः पार्वतीपतये हर हर महादेव शिवाभ्यां नमः ॐ मम पात्तासमस्ता दुर्दक्षद्वारा श्रीपरमेश्वराग् परमेश्वर प्रीत्यर्थं परिसमपार्थम् आदौ विघ्नेश्वर पूजां करिष्येति सङ्कल्प्य पपस्पृश्य ॐ ॐ गं गणपतये नमः ॐ गं अनन्ताय नमः ॐ गं धर्माय नमः ॐ गं ज्ञानाय नमः ॐ गं वैराग्याय नमः ॐ गं ऐश्वर्याय नमः ॐ गं पद्माय नमः पद्मस्य उपरि ॐ गं गणपत्यासनाय नमः ॐ गां गं गणपतिमूर्तये नमः ॐ एकदन्तशूर्पकर्णं गजवक्त्रमहोदरं पाशाङ्कुशं देवं ध्यायेत् सिद्धिविनायकं ॐ गं गणपतये नमः ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं नामपमश्रवस्तवं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पति आनश्यं वण्णोतिभिः सेदसादनं ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। ॐ श्रीमहागणाधिपतये नमः। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः इति आवाहन स्थापन सन्निधान सन्निरोधन दिग्बन्धन वकुण्ठन तालत्रय धेनु पाशङ्कुश नमस्कारमुद्रां च प्रदर्श्य ॐ गं गणपतये नमः इति पाद्यं समर्पय। ॐ गं गणपतये स्वधा इति आचमनीयं समर्पय। ॐ गं गणपतये स्वाहा इति अर्घ्यं समर्पय। ॐ आपोहिष्टोमेव भूतानि ऊर्ध्वे ददातर महेरणाय चक्षुषे यो वा शिवतमो रसः तस्य भारतनहनः उष्टीरमातरः तस्मारङ्मावः यस्साक्षाज्जन्मतः आपो जनितजनः। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः इति स्नानानन्तरं समर्पयामि। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः इति स्नानानन्तरम् आचमनीयं समर्पयामि। वस्त्रे यज्ञोपवीतोत्तर्यापनार्थमक्षतामि समर्पयामि। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः गन्धान् धारयामि। गन्धस्य उपरि हृद्रा कुङ्कुमचूर्णं समर्पयामि। ॐ गं भवस्य देवस्य सुताय नमः। ॐ गं शर्वस्य देवस्य सुताय नमः। ॐ गं ईशानस्य देवस्य सुताय नमः। ॐ गं पशुपते देवस्य सुताय नमः। ॐ गं उग्रस्य देवस्य सुताय नमः। ॐ गं रुद्रस्य देवस्य सुताय नमः। ॐ गं भीमस्य देवस्य सुताय नमः। ॐ गं महतोस्य देवस्य सुताय नमः। ॐ गं सिद्धिविनायकस्वामिने नमः। हरिद्रा गणपतये नमः। नानाविधमन्त्रपुष्पाणि समर्पयामि। ॐ दशाङ्गं गुग्गुलोपेतं सुगन्धं च समनोहरम् आग्रे सर्वदेवानां धूपोऽयं प्रतिगृह्यताम्। ॐ श्रीमहागणपतिं धूपमाघ्रापयामि। ॐ साज्यं त्रिवर्तिसंयुक्तं वह्निनां योजितं मया ग्रहाणमङ्गलं दीपं त्रैलोक्यतिमिरापहम्। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः दीपं दर्शयामि। ॐ अमृते अमृतोद्भवे अमृतवर्षिणी अमृतं श्रावय श्रावय स्वाहा। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः अमृतं महानैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। नैवेद्यमन्त्रमाचमनीयं समर्पयामि। ॐ पूगीफलसमायुक्तं नागवल्लीदलयुतं कर्पूरचूर्णसंयुक्तं ताम्बूलार्थं समर्पयामि। कर्पूरताम्बूलं समर्पयामि। ॐ योपां पुष्पं वेद पुष्पवान् प्रजावान् पशुमान् भवति। चन्द्रमा वा अपां पुष्पं पुष्पवान् प्रजावान् पशुमान् भवति। य एवं वेद योपामायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः वेदोक्तमन्त्रपुष्पाञ्जलिं समर्पयामि। ॐ सर्वस्याप्ते सर्वसजित्ते सर्वमेव तेना आप्नोति सर्वं जयते। ॐ एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्तिः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ श्रीमहागणपतिं नीराजनं सन्दर्शयामि रक्षां धारयामि। मूलमन्त्रे यथाशक्तिर्जपित्वा ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। ॐ गुह्यादिगुह्यगोप्त्रातं ग्रहाणास्मत्कृतं जपं सिद्धिर्भवतु मे देवा तत्प्रसादात् गणेश्वर। ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा इति प्रार्थ्य। ॐ हृत्पद्ममासनं दद्यात् सहस्रारच्युतामृतैः पाद्यं चरणयोर्दद्यात् मनस्सु अर्घ्यं निवेदयेत् तेनामृतेनाचमनीयं स्नानीयं तेन च स्मृतम् आकाशतत्त्वं वस्त्रं स्यात् गन्धः स्यात् गन्धतत्त्वकं चित्तं प्रकल्पयेत् पुष्पं धूपं प्राणान् प्रकल्पयेत् तेजस्तत्त्वं च दीपार्थं नैवेद्यं स्यात् सुधां बुद्धिः अनाहतत्त्वनिर्घण्टा वायुतत्त्वं च चामरं सहस्रारं भवेत् छत्रं शब्दतत्त्वं जिगीतिकं नेत्रमिन्द्रियकर्माणि चाञ्चल्यं मनसस्तदा सुमेखलां पद्ममालां पुष्पं नानाविधं तथा अमायादेर्भावपुष्पैः अर्चयेत् भावगोचरम् अमायं मनहनकारम् अरागम् अवगं तथा अमोहकं मदम्मं च अद्वेषाक्षोभकौ तथा अमात्सर्यम् अलोभं च दशपुष्पं विद्रुपदाः अहिंसा परमं पुष्पं पुष्पमिन्द्रिये निग्रहः दयापुष्पं क्षमापुष्पं ज्ञानपुष्पं च पञ्चमम् इति पञ्चदशैर्भावपुष्पैः सम्पूजयेत् भगवन्तं श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवम्। ॐ ह्रीं एतत्पाद्यं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवाय नमः। ॐ ह्रीं एषोऽर्घ्यः सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवाय नमः। ॐ ह्रीं दम्माचमनीयं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवाय नमः। ॐ ह्रीं इदं स्नानीयं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवाय नमः। ॐ ह्रीं इदं वस्त्रं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवाय नमः। ॐ ह्रीं इदं सचन्दन ॐ ह्रीं एषद्गन्धः सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवाय नमः। ॐ ह्रीं सचन्दनपुष्पं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवाय नमः। ॐ ह्रीं सचन्दनबिल्वपत्रं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवाय नमः। ॐ ह्रीं एषद्धूपः सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवाय नमः। ॐ ह्रीं एषद्दीपः सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवाय नमः। ॐ ह्रीं इदं सोपकरणनैवेद्यं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवाय निवेदयामि। ॐ ह्रीं इदं कर्पूरताम्बूलं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवाय निवेदयामि। ॐ ह्रीं इदं पानीयं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवाय नमः। ॐ ह्रीं इदं पुराणाचमनीयं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवाय नमः। ॐ ह्रीं एषदीपमाला सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवाय नमः। ॐ राजाधिराजाय प्रसंयसाहिने नमो वयं वै श्रवणाय कुर्महे समे कामां कामकामाय मह्यं कामेश्वरो वै श्रवणो ददातु कुबेराय वै श्रवणाय महाराजाय नमः। कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। मारातृगं समर्पयामि भगवान् श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवं चरणकमलेभ्यो नमः। ॐ नित्यानन्दं ओम गुरुब्रह्मा गुरुविष्णुः गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। अनेकजन्मसम्प्राप्तकर्मबन्धविदाहिने आत्मज्ञानप्रदादेन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। मन्नाथः श्रीजगन्नाथो मद्गुरुः श्रीजगद्गुरुः ममात्मा सर्वभूतात्मा तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ईश्वरगुरुरात्मेदे मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। पुष्पाञ्जलिं समर्पयामि। भगवान् श्री नित्यानन्द परमशिवं चरणकमलेभ्यो नमः। ॐ नित्यानन्दम्। ओम शुक्लां वरदनं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तयेत्। प्राणानाम्य ओम मम पाता समस्ता दुर्दक्षद्वारा भगवान श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव प्रीत्यर्थं च श्री नित्यानंदे श्री पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव प्रीत्यर्थं च अद्य पूर्वोक्त एवं गुणविशेषेण वशिष्ठायाम् अस्यां शुभतिथौ अद्य पूर्वोक्त संकल्पितप्रकारेण नवग्रहहवनं च करिष्ये इति संकल्प्य पपस्पृश्य ओम गणनां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कविं नामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पति आनुश्रवण्णोतिभिस्सेदसादनम्। ओम श्री महागणपतये नमः। ओम श्री महागणाधिपतये नमः। ओम गं गणपतये नमः। यथा स्थानं प्रतिष्ठापयामि क्षोभनार्थे क्षमापणागमनाय च ओम गं गणपतये स्वाहा इति पराङ्मुखार्घ्यं समर्पय। तदा चलितण्डुलतल्सण्डुलो परिसम्लं कर्तुं संस्थाप्य अस्त्राय फटे सामान्यगर्जुलेन वर्णमुखं शरणं सम्प्रोक्ष्य तस्मिन् शरदास्म पद्मस्य परि ओम ओम मम वरुणाय नमः। ओम मम अनन्ताय नमः। ओम मम धर्माय नमः। ओम मम ज्ञानाय नमः। ओम मम वैराग्याय नमः। ओम मम ऐश्वर्याय नमः। ओम मम पद्माय नमः। पद्मस्य उपरि ओम मम वरुणासनाय नमः। ओम मम वरुणमूर्तये नमः। ओम नागपाशधरं देवं रत्नोदक्तिः विग्रहं शशाङ्कधवलं ध्यायेत् वर्णमकरासनम्। ओम मम वरुणाय विद्यादेहाय नमः। ओम मम वरुणाय नेत्रभ्यां नमः इति विन्यसा पुष्पं गृहीत्वा मम मे वर्णमन्त्रेण इमं मे वर्णशुद्धिः मध्ये च मृडया त्वां वस्त्राचकेत त्वामि ब्रह्मणमदमानास तस्य च हविर्भिः आहेड्मानो वर्णिः बोधिरशकस्मानः प्रमोषेः। ओम मम वर्णाय नमः इति आवाहन स्थापन सन्निधान सन्निरोधन दिग्बन्धन वकुण्ठन तालत्रयाधेनु पाश मकरमुद्रां नमस्कारमुद्रां च प्रदर्श्य ओम मम वर्णाय नमः इति पाद्यं समर्पय। ओम मम वर्णाय स्वधा इति आचमनीयं समर्पय। ओम मम वर्णाय स्वाहा इति अर्घ्यं समर्पय। ओम आपो हि स्तोमेव भुवातानि ऊर्ध्वे ददातन महेरणाय चक्षुषे यो वा शिवतमो रसः तस्य भारतनः नः श्रीर्मातरः तस्मार्ग्मावहाय साक्षात् जन्मतः आपो जन्मदर्शनः। ओम मम वर्णाय नमः इति स्नानानन्तरं समर्पयामि। ओम मम वर्णाय नमः इति स्नानानन्तरम् आचमनीयं समर्पयामि। वस्त्रे यज्ञोपवीतोत्तरीयाभरणार्थमक्षतां समर्पयामि। ओम मम वर्णाय नमः गन्धान् धारयामि। गन्धस्य परिहर्त्रा कुङ्कुमचूर्णं समर्पयामि। ॐ मम वर्णाय नमः। नामं मन्त्रपुष्पाणि समर्पयामि। ॐ मम वर्णाय नमः। ॐ मम प्रचेतसे नमः। ॐ मम स्वरूपिणे नमः। ॐ मम आपाम्पतये नमः। ॐ मम मकरवाहनाय नमः। ॐ मम पाशहस्ताय नमः। ॐ मम जलाधिपतये नमः। ॐ मम तीर्थराजाय नमः। ॐ मम फाशिपादपाय नमः। नानाविधमन्त्राशपुष्पाणि समर्पयामि। ॐ दशाङ्गं गुग्गुलपेदं सुगन्धं च समनोहरम् आग्रे सर्वदेवानां धूपोऽयं प्रतिगृह्यताम्। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। ॐ मम वर्णाय नमः। धूपम् आघ्रापयामि। ॐ साज्यं तिरुवृतिसंयुक्तं वह्निनां योजितं मया ग्रहाणमङ्गलं दीपं त्रैलोक्यतिमिरापहम्। ॐ मम वर्णाय नमः। दीपं दर्शयामि। ॐ ॐ अमृते अमृतोद्भवे अमृतवर्षिणि अमृतं श्रावय श्रावय स्वाहा। ॐ मम वर्णाय नमः। अमृतं महानैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। नैवेद्यमन्त्रवाचमनीयं समर्पयामि। ॐ पूगीफलसमायुक्तं नागवल्लितिलयुतं कर्पूरचूर्णसंयुक्तं ताम्बूलार्थं कर्पूरताम्बूलं समर्पयामि। ॐ योपां पुष्पं वेद पुष्पवान् प्रजावान् वशमान् भवति। चन्द्रमा वापां पुष्पं पुष्पवान् प्रजावान् वशमान् भवति। य एवं वेद योपामायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति। ॐ मम वर्णाय नमः। वेदोक्तमन्त्रपुष्पाञ्जलिं समर्पयामि। ॐ मम वर्णाय नमः। स्वर्णपुष्पं समर्पयामि। ॐ सर्वस्याप्ते सर्वसचित्ते सर्वमेव तेन आप्नोति सर्वं जयति। ॐ पाशहस्ताय विद्महे मकरवाहनाय धीमहि तन्नो वर्णः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ मम वर्णाय नमः। नीलान्द्रं सन्दर्शयामि रक्षां धारयामि। ॐ मम वर्णाय नमः। समस्तोपचारं पूजां समर्पयामि। मूलमन्त्रे यथा शक्तिर्विद्वा। ॐ मम वर्णाय नमः। ॐ गुह्यादिगुह्य गोप्त्रादं ग्रहाणास्मत्कृतं जपं सिद्धिर्भवतु मे देव तत्प्रसादात्। जलाधिपा अस्मिन् पुण्यः वाचन जपकर्णी सर्वेभ्यो ब्राह्मणमनदाक्षानि कीर्यादर्भामुष्टावरुणकुम्भं संस्पृश्य वेदपारगे पुसरं पुण्यं वाच दत्ता पुण्यः पूजकवाचना ब्राह्मणापतिर्चणं भवतिरग्णे पुण्यं पुण्यं वाचिष्यं वाचिताम्। ॐ आपः शिवापसन्तों गन्धः सुगन्धः पान्तु। ॐ सुमनसः सोमरथमस्तु। ॐ अक्षतमक्षतं चारहश्चं चास्तु मनवाहार्य सोमनवाहार्योऽस्तु। ॐ दक्षिणाः पान्तु बहुदेयम् अस्तु। ॐ इडादेवहोर्मनरग्निर्बृहस्पतिरक्तामदानिशिखं विश्वे देवा उक्तवाचः पृथ्वी मातर्मम हिगंशेर् मधुमनिष्ये मधुजनिष्ये मधुवक्ष्यामि मधुवदिष्यामि मधुवतीं देवेभ्यो वाचबुद्धाशुगुं श्रुश्रूषेण्यां मनुष्येभ्यस्तमा देवावन्तोषभाय पितॄन् मदन्तु। ओम मनासामादीयतं समाहितामानसमः प्रसिद्ध भवन्तः प्रसन्ना स्मः। शान्ति अस्तु, पुष्टिः अस्तु, तुष्टिः अस्तु, रिद्धिः अस्तु, अविघ्नमस्तु, आयुष्यमस्तु, आरोग्यमस्तु, अचलमैश्वर्यम् अस्तु, धन समृद्धिः अस्तु, गोब्राह्मणेशमभवतु, ऐशान्यं बहिर्देशे अस्तु, आग्नेयं यात् तत्प्रतीतम् अस्तु, सर्वसम्पदा सन्तु, सर्वशोभनं भवतु, पुण्याः कालवाचिताम्। ओम यत् पुण्यं छत्रद्वडिगुर्विधि अवश्यं यादावे सूर्योदेति अथ नक्षत्रं नयति यावति तत्र सूर्यो गच्छेत् यत्र जन्मं पश्येत् तावति कुर्वीते यत्कार्यं साधपुण्यं कुरुत पुण्याः भवन्तो भ्रमन्तो पुण्यहम्। ओम स्वस्ति नो इन्दो वृद्धशिवाः स्वस्ति नो पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नक्षारस्य हरिष्णेमिः स्वस्तिर्नो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु। ओम मालतिपूजाकरणे स्वस्ति भवन्तो भ्रमन्तो। ओम सत्सेकर्मणे ओम रध्यास्म हव्यर्नोमवसद्य मित्रं देवं नस्सु अरुणादपर्यन्तं श्रुतिभिं शरदासा विराः आलनित्यपूजाकरणे रिद्धिं भवन्तो भ्रमन्तों कर्मरिद्ध्यताम्। ओम रिद्धिः स्मृतिः अस्तु, पुण्यः स्मृतिः अस्तु, शुभं कर्मः अस्तु, महादेव प्रियतां भगवान् महादेवः श्रीचण्डिका। ओम भूर्भुवस्वः तदीकरामणोकार्यजनः सुरभुन्मुखायिगुंशितार्षत्। ओम भूर्भुवस्वः। ओम इति पदैः श्रावितोऽयं कुम्भसयो जय द्रव्यकमं प्रश्न। ओम हिरण्यवर्णस्य पावकाय याशु जाता कश्मश्विन्द्रः अग्निं या गर्भन्दिदैरविरपार्शना अपशग्य शोना भवन्तो या शाकं राजा वर्णयति मध्य सत्यान्कृतयव पश्यां जनानां मधुश्चतश्च च यो याः पावकाशना अपशिग्य शोना भवन्तो या शां देवादेवी क्रमन्ति भक्षां यन्तरिक्षे बहुधा भवन्ति या पृथ्वी सन्तन्ति शुक्रासना अपशिग्यो शोना भवन्तो शिवे नमः चक्षुता पश्यता पशिवाय तनवोपास्वृचत्तचं मे सर्वागुम् अग्निगुं रपिषदो हुवै वो मयि वर्च बलमोचन दत्ता पवमानसवर्जनः पवित्रेण विचर्षणि यः पोता सा पनात्मा पुनन्तुमा देवजनाः पुनन्तुमनवोधिया पुनन्त विश्वा आयवः जातवेद पवित्रवत् पवित्रेण प्रणहिमा शुक्रेण देविधिः तदा अग्ने कृत्वा कृतगुम्रनो यत्ते पवर्तमर्षसे अग्ने विततमन्त्रा ब्रह्मा तेन पनीमहे उभाभ्या आदेव सवितः पवित्रेण सविन च इदं ब्रह्मा पनीमहे वैश्वदेवी पुनिति देव्या गात् यस्य बह्वीस्तनुवितपृष्ठाः तया मदन्त सन्मादेषु वेज्ञासाम्पत्योरयिणां वैश्वानरश्मिभिर्मापनातु वातः प्राणिने शरमभूः ध्यावा पृथिवी प्यासापयोभिः ऋतावृग्नीयमा पुनीताम् बृहद्दे सविशस्त्रभिः वर्षस्यैर्देवन्भिः अग्निदक्षैः पुनाहिमा येन देवापनता येनापो दिव्यं कषः तेन दिव्येन ब्रह्मणा इदं ब्रह्मा पनीमहे यः पाममारुध्येते ऋषभिसंवृतकं रसं सर्वगं सपूतमश्नाति सतिमादरिष्णा पावमारुध्येते ऋषभिसंवृतकं रसं तस्मै सरस्वते दुहे शीर्घं सर्पैर्मधुदकं पावमानि सस्येनि सुदुगाहि प्यस्ते ऋषिभिसंवृतो रसः ब्राह्मणे समृतिकमतं पावमानि दृशन्ताः इमं लोकमथुममं कामान् समर्दन्तनः देवीर्देवः समाभृताः पावमानि सस्येनि सुदुगाहि घृतश्यतः ऋषिभिसंवृतो रसः ब्राह्मणे समृतिकमतं येन देवा पवित्रेण आत्मानं पुनिते सदा तेन सहस्रधारेण पावमानं वृन्दुमा प्राजपत्यं पवित्रं शतध्यामगुम्भरणमयं तेन ब्रह्मा विदो वयं पूतं ब्रह्मा पनीमहे इन्द्रसनीति सहमापनातु सोमसस्सावरणसमीच्या यमो राजा प्रमृणा विष्पनात्मा जातवेर्द्याभोर्जन्तपनातु ओम भूर्भस्वः ओम तच्छयोरावृणीमहे गातुं यज्ञाय गातुं यज्ञपतये देवी स्वस्तिरस्नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जिगातु भेषजं शन्नोऽस्तु द्विपदे शं चतुष्पदे ओम शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ओम इति मंत्रं जपे सकलारांसृजतम् इमं मे वर्णतत्त्वाहं ये प्रमोषिः ओम वर्णानमः इति मन्त्रेण वर्णे यथास्थानं प्रतिष्ठापयामि शोभनार्थे क्षेमाय पुनरागमनाय च ओम वर्णान स्वाहा इति परामुखार्घ्यं समर्पय। ओम अपवित्र पवित्र सर्वस्थांगतोऽपि वा यस्मरेत् साममीशानं सब्बाहय बहन्तर्चिः ओम हां शिवास्त्राय नमः ओम हां अघोरास्त्राय नमः ओम हां पाशुपातास्त्राय नमः ॐ हां प्रतिङ्ग्रास्त्राय नमः ॐ हां व्योमास्त्राय नमः ॐ ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः
ओम मध्ये ओम हाम आदित्यासनाय नमो हाम आदित्यमूर्तये नमः ओम हाम आदित्यासनाय नमो आदित्यमूर्तये नमः ओम सत्येन रजसा वर्तमानो निवेशेन प्रथम प्रत्यञ्च हिरण्येन सवितार्थेन देवो याति भुवना पश्यन् ओम ह्रां ह्रीं सः शिवसूर्याय नमः ध्यायामि आवाहयामि आवाहन स्थापन सन्निधान सन्निरोधन दिग्बन्धनावकुण्ठन तालत्रयधेनु पद्म नमस्कार मुद्रा प्रदर्श्य स्वागतार्घ्यं दत्वा ओम हाम आदित्याय स्वाहा पूर्वे ओम साम सोमासनाय मोहम साम सोममूर्तये नमः ओमाप्यायस्व समेदुते विश्वतस्सोमवृष्णीयं भवावाजस्य सङ्गथे ॐ सां सोमाय नमः ध्यायामि आवाहयामि आवाहनस्थापन सन्निधान सन्निरोधन दिग्बन्धनावकुण्ठन तालत्रयधेनु पद्म नमस्कार मुद्रा प्रदर्श्य दक्षिणे ओम बुधासनाय नमो बुं बुधमूर्तये नमः ओम उद्बुद्धस्वाग्ने प्रतिजागृह्येनामिष्टापूर्ते सगुं सृजेथ मयञ्च पुनः कृण्वग्स्त्वा पितरं युवानमन्वातागुं सित्वजि तन्तुमेतम् ओम बुंबुधाय नमः ध्यायामि आवाहयामि आवाहनस्थापन सन्निधान सन्निरोधन दिग्बन्धनावकुण्ठन तालत्रयधेनु नमस्कार मुद्रा प्रदर्श्य पश्चिमे ओम गुं गुरुवासनाय नमो गुं गुरुमूर्तये नमः ओम बृहस्पते अतियदर्यो अर्हाद्युमद्विभाति क्रतुमज्जनेषु ओम गुं ओम ब्रह्म बृहस्पतये नमः ध्यायामि आवाहयामि आवाहनस्थापन सन्निधान सन्निरोधन दिग्बन्धनावकुण्ठन तालत्रयधेनु नमस्कार मुद्रा प्रदर्श्य उत्तरे ओम शं शुक्रासनाय ओम शं शुक्रमूर्तये नमः ओम प्रभः शुक्राय भानवे भरध्वं हव्यं मतिं चाग्नये सुभूतं ओम शं शुक्राय नमः ध्यायामि आवाहयामि आवाहनस्थापन सन्निधान सन्निरोधन दिग्बन्धनावकुण्ठन तालत्रयधेनु नमस्कार मुद्रा प्रदर्श्य अग्ने ओम अंगारकासनाय ओम अंगारकमूर्तये नमः ओम अग्निर्मूर्धादिवक् काकुत्पतिः पृथिव्या अयम् अपागुं प्रेतागुं सिजिन्वती ओम अंगारकाय नमः ध्यायामि आवाहयामि आवाहनस्थापन सन्निधान सन्निरोधन दिग्बन्धनावकुण्ठन तालत्रयधेनु नमस्कार मुद्रा प्रदर्श्य नैऋते ओम शं शनैश्चरासनाय ओम शं शनैश्चरमूर्तये नमः ओम शन्नो देवीरभिष्ट आपो भवन्तु पीतये संयोरभिस्रवन्तु नः ओम शं शनैश्चराय नमः ध्यायामि आवाहयामि आवाहनस्थापन सन्निधान सन्निरोधन दिग्बन्धनावकुण्ठन तालत्रयधेनु नमस्कार मुद्रा प्रदर्श्य वायुकोणे ओम रं राह्वासनाय रं राहुमूर्तये नमः ओम कया भवदु दोति सदा वृद्धः सखा कया शचिष्टया वृता ॐ ब्रह्मराहवे नमः ध्यायामि आवाहयामि आवाहन सन्निधान सन्निरोधन दिग्बन्धनावकुण्ठन ताळत्रयधेनो नमस्कार मुद्राः प्रदर्श्य ईशाने ओं कं केत्वासनानमं केतुमूर्तये नमः ओं केतुं कृण्वन्न केतवे पेशो मर्या अपेशसे समुषद्भिरजायताः ओं कं केतवे नमः ध्यायामि आवाहयामि आवाहन सन्निधान सन्निरोधन दिग्बन्धनावकुण्ठन ताळत्रयधेनो नमस्कार मुद्राः प्रदर्श्य स्वागतार्घ्यं दत्त्वा ओम आदित्यादि नवग्रह देवताभ्यो नमः धूपमाघ्रापयामि ओम आदित्यादि नवग्रह देवताभ्यो नमः दीपं संदर्शयामि ओम आदित्यादि नवग्रह देवताभ्यो नमः नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि नैवेद्यानन्तरमाचमनं समर्पयामि ओम आदित्याय च सोमाय मंगलाय बुधाय च गुरुशुक्रशनिभ्यश्च राहवे केतवे नमः कर्पूरनीराजनं सन्दर्शयामि रक्षान् धारयामि ओम अभिदेवता प्रतिदेवता सहिता यशनेश्वराय नमः। ओम कवनश्चित्र आभवदूति सदा वृद्ध सखा कवन शतिष्ठया वृता आयंगो कृष्णिरक्रमीदसन् मातरं पुनः पुनः पितरञ्च प्रयन्सुवः यते देवी निर्ऋतिरा बबन्धब्दाम ग्रीवास्व विचर्त्यम् इदन्ते तद् विश्याम्यायुषो न मध्या तथा जीवः पितुमध्यप्रमुक्तः अधिदेवता प्रतिदेवता सहिता जयराहवे नमः। ओम केतुं कृण्वन्न केतवे पेशो मर्या अपेशसे एषुषद्भिरजायता ब्रह्मा देवानां पदवी कवीना पृषिविप्राणां ह्यो मृगाणां शेनो गृध्राना गुस्वधितिर्वनाना गुस्सोमः पवित्रमत्ये तिरे भन्ने सचित्र चित्रं चितयन्तमस्मै चित्रक्षत्र चित्रता मम योधा चंद्रम रयिं पूर्ववीरं बृहन्तं चंद्राभृगणते युवस्वामदेवता प्रतिदेवता सहिता केतुभ्यो नमः। मध्यम आदित्यासनान मोमादित्यमूर्ते नमः। ओम सत्येन रजसा वर्तमानो निवेशेन अमृतं मर्त्यं च हिरण्येन सवितार्थेन देवो जाति भुवना विपश्यन्। ओम हम आदित्याय नमः ध्यायामि आवाहयामि पूर्वे सोमा ओम सां सोमासनान ओम सां सोममूर्ते ओम सां सोमाय नमः। दक्षिणे ओम बुम्बुधासनान ओम बुम्बुधमूर्ते ओम बुम्बुधाय नमः। पश्चिमे ओम बुम बृहस्पत्यासनान ओम ब्रह्म बृहस्पति मूर्ते ओम ब्रह्म बृहस्पते नमः। उत्तरे ओम शं शुक्रासनान ओम शं शुक्रमूर्ते ओम शं शुक्राय नमः। आग्नेये ओम अंगारकासनान ओम अंगारकमूर्ते ओम अंगारकाय नमः। नैऋते ओम शं शनैश्चराय ओम शं शनैश्चरमूर्ते ओम शं शनैश्चराय नमः। वायुकोणे ओम ब्रह्म राहुवासनान ओम ब्रह्म राहुमूर्ते ओम ब्रह्म राहवे नमः। ओम ईशाने ओम कं केतुवासनान ओम कं केतुमूर्ते ओम कं केतवे नमः। ओम सत्येन रजसा वर्तमानो निवेशेन अमृतं मर्त्यं च हिरण्येन सवितार्थेन देवो जाति भुवना विपश्यन्। अग्निदूतं वृणीमहे होतारं विश्वेदसम् अस्य यज्ञस्य सुकृतं येषामीशे बृहस्पति पशूनां द्विषपदामुतजद्विपितानां निष्कृतोऽयं यज्ञीयं भागमेतु राजस्पोषायुधमानस्य सन्तो। ओम अधिदेवता प्रतिदेवता सहिताय आदित्याय नमः स्वाहा। ओम आप्यायस्य समेते विशुद्धस्व मूर्ष्णीयं भवावाचस्य संगते अप्सु मे सोमो अब्रवीदन्तर्विश्वानि भेषजा अग्निं च विश्वशम्भुवमापश्च विश्वभेषजी गौरीमासलान्तक्षते प्रीतिपति साधिपति अष्टापतिनपति बहुषु सहस्राक्षरप्रभेभ्यो मन्ये देवता प्रतिदेवता सहिताय सोमाय नमः स्वाहा। ओम अग्निर्मूर्धा दिवः कगुत्पतिः पृथिव्या अजम् अपागुम्रेतागुं सजिन्वते सोना पृथिवी भवान् रक्षरा निवेशने यच्छानः शर्म सप्रथा क्षेत्रसपतना वैगुम्भिरेणेव जामसे कामश्वं पोषयिन्त्वासानो वडाति ईदृशे। ओम देवता प्रतिदेवता सहिताय अंगारकाय नमः स्वाहा। ओम उद्बुद्धस्वाग्ने प्रजागृह्येनामिष्टापूर्ते सगुंसृजेथा मयञ्च पुनः कृण्वग्स्त्वा पितरं युवान वन्वाताकुं सीत्वयीत्तन्तुमेतुम् ओमिदं विष्णुचक्रमे त्रेधान् निदधे पदं समूढमस्य वागुं सुरे विष्णो रराटमसि विष्णो पृष्ठमसि विष्णो स्नप्त्रे स्थो विष्णो स्यूरसि विष्णो अर्ध्वमसि वैष्णवमसि विष्णवे त्वा ओम अधिदेवता प्रतिदेवता सहिताय बुधाय नमः ओम बुधाय नमः स्वाहा ओम बृहस्पते अतियदर्यो अर्ह आदद्युव बुधातिकृत मज्जनेषु यद्दिदयश्च सर्तप्रजा तदस्मा सुद्रविनन्धेः चित्रम् इन्द्रमरुत्व इह पाहि सोमं यथा शार्यात्ते अपि व सुतस्य तव प्रणीति तव शूरशर्मन्ना विवासन्ति कवयस्सु यज्ञाः ब्रह्मणि ज्ञानप्रथमं पुरस्तादुः मदसृचो वेनावः स बुद्ध्या अपमाश्च अस्य विष्टासश्च योनिमसश्च वः ओम अधिदेवता प्रतिदेवता सहिताय बृहस्पतये नमः स्वाहा ओम प्रवशुक्राय भानवे भरद्वं हव्यमतिं चाग्नये सुभूतं यो दैव्यानि मानुषा जनोगुंषे अन्तर्विश्वानि विद्मनाजिवाति इन्द्राणि मासु नारिषु सुपत्तिमहमश्रवं नक्ष्यस्य अपरञ्चन जरसामरते पतिः इन्द्रं वो विश्वतस्परिहवामहे जनेभ्यः अकस्मामस्तु केवलः ओम अधिदेवता प्रतिदेवता सहिताय शुक्राय नमः स्वाहा ओम शन्नो देवीरभिष्ट आपो भवन्तु पितये शनिवारभिस्रवन्तनः प्रजापते नत्वतेदान्यो विश्वा जातानि प्रजा बभूव यत्कामास्ते जुहुमस्तन्न अस्तु वयज्ञस्यां पतयोरजीनाम् इमं यमप्रस्तरमाहिसीदोऽङ्गिरोभिः पितृभिः संविधानः आत्वा मन्त्रा आकविशस्तावहन् त्वेना राजन् हविषामादयस्व मधिदेवता प्रतिदेवता सहिताय शनैश्चराय नमः ओम क्वयानश्चित्र आभुवदूति सदा वृद्धसखा कयाशतिष्ठया भृता आयङ्गोः निरक्रमीदसन् मातरं सनन् मातरं पुनः पितरञ्च प्रयंसुवः यत्ते देवी निर्तिराबबन्धदामग्रीवास्व विचर्त्यम् इदन्ते तद्विश्याम्यायुषो न मध्या दथा जीवः पितुमध्ये प्रमुक्तः ओम अधिदेवता प्रतिदेवता सहिताय राहवे नमः स्वाहा ओम केतुं गृह्णन्न केतवेपेशो मर्या अपेशो सपृषद्भिरजायताः ब्रह्मा देवानां रविः कवीनां ऋषिर्विप्राणां महिषो मृगाणां शेनो गृध्रानागुस्वति त्रिवनानागुसोमः पवित्रमत्ते तिरोभन्ने सचित्रचित्रं चितेन्तमस्मै चित्रक्षत्रचित्रतमवयोधां चन्द्रं रयिं पूरवीरं बृहन्तं चन्द्रचन्द्रभिर्वृणते युवस्वोम अधिदेवता प्रतिदेवता सहितेभ्यः केतुभ्यो नमः स्वाहा ओम सत्येन रसा वर्तमान
I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all
त्रस्य पतिना वयगुं हितेनेन जयामसि कामश्वं पोषयित्वा स नो मृडातीदृशे ओमधिदेवता प्रत्यधिदेवता सहिताय भगवते अंकारकाय नमः ओम प्रवशुक्राय भानवे भरत्वगं हव्यं मतिचाग्नये सुपूतं यो दैव्यानि मानुषा जनूगं स्यन्तर्विश्वानि विद्मनाजिगाति इन्द्राणि मासु नारीषु पत्नीमहमश्रवं न ह्यस्या अपरं च न जरसामरते पतिः इन्द्रं वो विश्वतस्परिहवामहे जनेभ्यः अस्माकमस्तु केवलः ॐ अधिदेवता प्रत्यधिदेवता सहिताय भगवते शुक्राय नमः ॐ आप्यायस्व समेतु ते विश्वतः सोमवृष्णियं भवावाचस्य सङ्गथे अप्सु मे सोमो अप्रवीदन्तर्विश्वानि भेषज अग्निं च विश्वशम्भुवमापश्च विश्वभेषजीः गौरीभिमाय सलिलानि तक्षत्येकपदी द्विपदी सा चतुष्पदी अष्टापदी नवपदी बभूवुषी सहस्राक्षरा परमे व्योमन् ॐ अधिदेवता प्रत्यधिदेवता सहिताय भगवते सोमाय नमः ॐ उद्भुट्यस्माग्ने प्रतिचागृह्येदमिष्टापूर्ते संसृजेथामयं च पुनः कृन्वक्स्त्वा पितरं युवानं मन्वाताकं सीत्वयि तन्तुमेतम् इदं विष्णुर्विचक्रमे त्रेधा निदधे पदं समूढमस्य पागं सुरे विष्णोरराटमसि विष्णोः पृष्ठमसि विष्णोश्ज्ञप्त्रे स्थो विष्णोस्यूरसि विष्णोर्ध्रुवमसि वैष्णवमसि विष्णवे त्वा ॐ अधिदेवता प्रत्यधिदेवता सहिताय भगवते बुधाय नमः ॐ बृहस्पते अतियतर्यो अर्हात्युमद्विभाति क्रतुमज्जनेषु यदीता यच्छ वसर्त प्रजात तदस्मासु द्रविणन्धेहि चित्रम् इन्द्रमरुत्व इह पाहि सोमै यथाशार्याते अपि वस्सुतस्य तव प्रणीति तव शूरशर्मन्ना विवासन्ति कवयः सुयज्ञाः ब्रह्मजज्ञानं प्रथमं पुरस्ताद्विसीमतः सुरुचो वेन आवह स बुद्धिया उपमा अस्य विष्ठासतश्च योनिमासतश्च विवः ॐ अधिदेवता प्रत्यधिदेवता सहिताय भगवते बृहस्पतये नमः ॐ शन्नो देवीरभिष्टय आपो भवन्तु पीतये शंयोरभिस्रवन्तु नः प्रजापतेन त्वदेतायन्यो विश्वा जातानि परिता बभूव यत्कामास्ते जुहुमस्तन्नो अस्तु वयक्स्याम पतयोरयीणाम् इमै यमप्रस्तरमाहि सीदाङ्किरोभिः पितृभिः संविदानः आत्वा मन्त्राः हविषस्तावहन्त्वेनाराजन् हविषामादयस्व ॐ अधिदेवता प्रत्यधिदेवता सहिताय भगवते शनैश्चराय नमः ॐ कयानश्चित्र आभुवदूति सदा वृथा सखाः कयाशतिष्ठाय वृत्ता आयङ्गौ पृश्निरक्रमेतसनं मातरं पुनः पितरं च प्रयन्सुवः यत्ते देवी निरृतिराबबन्धतामग्रीवास्वर्विचर्त्यम् इदन्ते तद्विश्या यायुषो न मध्यादथा जीवः पितुमद्भिः प्रमुक्तः ॐ अधिदेवता प्रत्यधिदेवता सहिताय भगवते राहवे नमः ॐ केतुन् कृन्वन्न केतवे पेशो मर्या अपेशसे समुषद्भिरजायथाः ब्रह्मा देवानां पदविः कवीनां ऋषिर्विप्राणां महिषो मृगाणाम् श्येनो घृत्रा नागस्वधितिर्वना नागस्सोमः पवित्रमन्येति रेभन् सचित्रचित्रं चितयन्तमस्मे चित्रक्षत्रचित्रतमं वयोधां चन्द्रं रयिं पूर्ववीरं बृहन्तं चन्द्रचन्द्राभिर्गृणते युवस्व ॐ अधिदेवता प्रत्यधिदेवता सहितेभ्य भगवते केतुभ्यो नमः ॐ आदित्यादि नवग्रहदेवताभ्यो नमो नमः ॐ आसत्येन रजसा वर्तमानो निवेशयन्नमृतं मर्त्यं च हिरण्ययेन सविता रथेन देवो याति भुवना विपश्यन् अग्निं दूतं वृणीमहे होतारं विश्ववेदसम् अस्य यज्ञस्य सुक्रतुं येषा येषामीशे पशुपतिः पशूनां चतुष्पदामुत च द्विपदाः निष्क्रीतो यं यज्ञयं भागमेतुरायस्पोषाय जमानस्य सन्तो ओमधिदेवता प्रत्यधिदेवता सहिताय भगवते आदित्याय नमः ओम अग्निर्मूर्धा दिवः ककुत्पतिः पृथिव्या अयम् अपागं रेतागं सिजिन्वती स्योना पृथिवी भवन् रक्षरा निवेशनी यच्छानः शर्म सप्रथाः क्षेत्रस्य पतिना वयगं हितेनेव जयामसि कामश्वं पोषयित्वा सनो मृडातीदृशे ओमधिदेवता प्रत्यधिदेवता सहिताय भगवते अंकारकाय नमः ओम प्रवशुक्राय भानवे भरत्वगं हव्यं मतिच्छाक्नये सुपूतं यो दैव्यानि मानुषा जनोगं स्यन्तर्विश्वानि विद्मना जिगाति इन्द्राणि मासु नारिषु सुपत्नीमहमश्रवं न ह्यस्या अपरञ्चन जरसामरते पतिः इन्द्रं वो विश्वतस्परिहवामहे जनेभ्यः अस्माकमस्तु केवलः ओमधिदेवता प्रत्यधिदेवता सहिताय भगवते शुक्राय नमः ओम आप्यायस्व समेतु ते विश्वतः सोमवृष्णियं भवावाचस्य संगथे अप्सु मे सोमो अब्रवीदन्तर्विश्वानि भेषज अग्निं च विश्वशम्भुवमापश्च विश्वभेषजीः गौरीमिमाय सलिलानि तक्षत्येका एकपदी द्विपदी सा चतुष्पदी अष्टापदी नवपदी बभूवुषी सहस्राक्षरा परमे व्योमन् ओमधिदेवता प्रत्यधिदेवता सहिताय भगवते सोमाय नमः ओम उद्भुत्यस्वाग्ने जागृह्येदमिष्टापूर्ते सगं सृजेथामयं च पुनः कृन्वक्स्त्वा पितरं युवानम् अन्वातागं सित्वयितन्तु मेतम् इदं विष्णुर्वचक्रमे त्रेधा निदधे पदं समूढमस्य पागं सुरे विष्णोरराटमसि विष्णोः पृष्ठमसि विष्णोश्ज्ञप्त्रे स्थो विष्णोस्यूरसि विष्णोर्ध्रुवमसि वैष्णवमसि विष्णवे त्वा ओमधिदेवता प्रत्यधिदेवता सहिताय भगवते बुधाय नमः ओम बृहस्पते अतियतर्यो अर्हात्युमद्विभाति क्रतुमज्जनेषु यद्वेदयच्छस्व सर्त प्रजातात्तदस्मासु द्रविणन्धे हि चित्रम् इन्द्रं मरुत्व इह पाहि सोमै यथाशार्याते अपि बस्सुतस्य तव प्रणीति तव शूरशर्मन्ना विवासन्ति कवयासु यज्ञाः ब्रह्म च ज्ञानं प्रथमं पुरस्ताद्विसीमतः सुरु चोवेन आवह स्वबुद्धिया उपमा अस्य विष्ठा सतश्च योनिमस्सतश्च विवह ओमधिदेवता प्रत्यधिदेवता सहिताय भगवते बृहस्पतये नमः ओम शन्नो देवीरभिष्टय आपो भवन्तु पीतये शय्योरभिस्रवन्तु नः प्रजापतेन त्वदेतायन्यो विश्वा जातानि परिता बभूव यत्कामास्ते जुहुमस्तन्नो अस्तु वयग्स्यामपतयोरयीणाम् इमै यमप्रस्तरमाहि सीदाङ्गिरोभिः पितृभिः संविधानः आत्मा मन्त्राः कविशस्तावहन्त्वेना राजन् हविषामादयस्व ओमधिदेवता प्रत्यधिदेवता सहिताय भगवते शनैश्चराय नमः ओम कयानश्चित्र आभुवदूती सदा वृथः सखाः कयाशतिष्ठया वृता आयङ्गौ वृष्णिरक्रमीतसनं मातरं पुनः पितरं च प्रयन्सुवः यत्ते देवी निरतिरबन्धत्तावग्रीवास्वविचर्त्यम् इदन्ते तद्विश्याम् यायुषो न मध्या तथा जीवः पितुमध्यः प्रमुक्तः ओमधिदेवता प्रत्यधिदेवता सहिताय राहवे नमः ओम केतुं कृण्वन्न केतवे पेशो मर्या अपेशसे समुषद्भिरजायथाः ब्रह्मा देवानां पदवीः कवीनां ऋषिर्विप्राणां महिषो मृगाणां शेनो घृत्रा गृध्रा नागस्वधितिर्वना नागस्तोमः पवित्रमत्येतिरेभन्ने सचित्रचित्रं चितयन्तमस्मे चित्रक्षत्रचित्रतमं वयोधां चन्द्रं रयिं पूर्वीरं बृहन्तं चन्द्राभिर्गृणते युवस्वा ओमधिदेवता प्रत्यधिदेवता सहितेभ्य केतुभ्यो नमः ओमादित्याय नवग्रहदेवताभ्यो नमो नमः ॐ आसत्येन रजसा वर्तमानो निवेशयन्नमृतं मर्त्यं च हिरण्ययेन सविता रथेन देवो याति भुवना विपश्यन् अग्निं दूतं वृणीमहे होतारं विश्ववेदसम् अस्य यज्ञस्य सुक्रतुं येषामीशे पशुपतिः पशूनां चतुष्पदामुत च द्विपदा निष्क्रीतो यं यज्ञयं भागमेतु रायस्पोषाय जमानस्य सन्तो ओमधिदेवता प्रत्यधिदेवता सहिताय भगवते आदित्याय नमः ॐ अग्निर्मूर्धादिवः ककुत्पतिः पृथिव्या अयम् अपाग्म्रेताग्ं सिजिन्वती स्योना पृथिवी भवन् रक्षरा निवेशनीं यच्छा नः शर्म सप्रथाः क्षेत्रस्य पतिना वयगं हितेनेव जयामसि गामश् वं पोषयित्वा स नो मृडातीदृशे ओमधिदेवता प्रत्यधिदेवता सहिताय अंगारकाय नमः ॐ प्रवशुक्राय भानवे भरद्वगं हव्यम् चाक्नये सुपूतं यो दैव्यानि मानुषा जनोगस्यन्तर्विश्वानि विद्मना जिगाति इन्द्राणि मासु नारिषु सुपत्नीमहमश्रवम् न ह्यस्या अपरं च न जरसा मरते पतिः इन्द्रं वो विश्वतस्परिहवामहे जनेभ्यः अस्माकमस्तु केवलः ओमधिदेवता प्रत्यधिदेवता सहिताय भगवते शुक्राय नमः ॐ आप्यायस्व समेतो ते विश्वतः सोमवृष्णियं भवावाचस्य सङ्गथे अप्सु मे सोमो अब्रवीदन्तर्विश्वाणि भेषजा अग्निं च विश्वशम्भुवमापश्च विश्वभेषजीः गौरीभिमाय सलिलानि तक्षत्येकपदी द्विपदी सा चतुष्पदी अष्टापदी नवपदी बभूवुषी सहस्राक्षरा परमे व्योमन् ओमधिदेवता प्रत्यधिदेवता सहिताय भगवते सोमाय नमः ॐ उत्मुट्यस्वाग्ने प्रतीक्षागृह्येण मिष्टापूर्ते संसृजेथामयं च पुनः कृन्वक्स्त्वा पितरं युवानं मन्वातागंसि त्वयि तन्तुमेतम् इदं विष्णुर्विचक्रमे त्रेधा निदधे पदं समूढमस्य पागं सुरे विष्णोरराटमसि विष्णोः पृष्ठमसि विष्णोस्न्यप्रे स्थो विष्णोः स्यूरसि विष्णोर्ध्रुवमसि वैष्णवमसि विष्णवे त्वा ओमधिदेवता प्रत्यधिदेवता सहिताय भगवते बुधाय नमः ॐ बृहस्पते अतियतर्यो अर्हात्युमद्विभाति क्रतुमज्जनेषु यद्देद यच्च वसर्त प्रचत्ता तदस्मासुत्रविनन्धे हि चित्रम् इन्द्रमरुत्व इह पाहि सोमै यथाशार्याते अपि वस्सुतस्य तव प्रणीति तव शूरशर्मन्ना विवासन्ति कवयस्सु यज्ञाः ब्रह्मजज्ञानं प्रथमं पुरस्ताद्विसीमतः सुरुचो वेन आवह स बुद्धिया उपमा अस्य विष्ठा सतश्च योनिमस्सतश्च विवह ओमधिदेवता प्रत्यधिदेवता सहिताय भगवते बृहस्पतये नमः ॐ शन्नो देवीरभुष्टय आपो भवन्तु पीतये शय्योरभिस्रवन्तु नः प्रजापते दत्त्वा देतायन् यो विश्वा जातानि परिता बभूव यत्कामास्ते जुहुमस्तन्नो अस्तु वयक्स्याम पतयोरयीणाम् इमं यम प्रस्तरमाहि सीदाङ्किरोभिः पितृभिः संविदानः आत्मा मन्त्राः कविशस्तावहन्त्वेना राजन् हविषामादयस्व ओमधिदेवता प्रत्यधिदेवता सहिताय भगवते शनैश्चराय नमः ॐ कयानश्चित्र आभुवदूती सधा व्रतः सखाः कयाशतिष्ठया वृता आयङ्गौः पृश्निरक्रमेतसनं मातरं पुनः पितरं च प्रयन्सुवः यत्ते देवी निरत्तिरवबन्धतामग्रीवास्वविचर्त्यम् इदं ते तद्विश्यां यायुषो न मध्या तथा जीवः पितुमद्भिः प्रमुक्तः ओमधिदेवता प्रत्यधिदेवता सहिताय भगवते राहवे नमः ॐ केतुन् कृन्वन्न केतवे पेशो मर्या अपेशसे समुषद्भिरजायथाः ब्रह्मदेवानां पदवीः कवीनां ऋषिर्विप्राणां महिषो मृगाणां श्येनो घृत्रा नागस्वधितिर्वना नागस्तोमः पवित्रमद्येतिरेभन्ने सचित्रचित्रं चितयन्तमस्मे चित्रक्षत्रचित्रतमं वयोधां चन्द्रं रयिं पूर्ववीरं बृहन्तं चन्द्राभिर्गृणते युवस्व ओमधिदेवता प्रत्यधिदेवता सहिताय केतुभ्यो नमः ॐ आदित्यादि नवग्रहदेवताभ्यो नमो नमः
1 2 3 test 1 2 3
ओम आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्य प्रचोदयात् कर्पूरनीराजं सन्दर्शयामि रक्षां धारयामि। ओम आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्य प्रचोदयात् ओम आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्य प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्य प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम ओम आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्य प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्य प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्य प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्य प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्य प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्य प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्य प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि
तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः
प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा
ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि
तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि
तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि
तन्नः सूर्यप्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यप्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यप्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यप्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यप्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यप्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यप्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यप्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यप्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यप्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यप्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यप्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यप्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे सहस्रकिरणाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ आदित्याय च सोमाय मङ्गलाय बुधाय च गुरुशुक्रशनिभ्यश्च राहवे केतवे नमः आदित्यादिनवग्रहदेवताभ्यो नमः सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवाय नमः कर्पूरनीराजनं सन्दर्शयामि रक्षान् धारयामि
ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् 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 Paramashivoham Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om
Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtin Dvandvatitham Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitham Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam. Welcome to all the viewers who are joining us today for the 15th day of the Nithyananda celebrations. Hope all of you have enjoyed the Navagraha Homa that we just had in the temple. And now we'll be learning a little bit more about Navagrahas and what Devi Parashakti herself has revealed about the Navagrahas. Yes, so first let us see Devi Parashakti's revelations about the Navagraha.
You are feeling stuck. Listen. Feeling stuck in the life is due to pralaya. Everyone all over the world is feeling stuck in the life. Meditate on Navagrahas. Connect with Navagrahas. Pray to Navagrahas. You will be free from this suffering of feeling stuck and insecurity. Om. Om.
Yes, so let us look at the transcript of Devi Parashakti about the Navagrahas. Devi revealed, Tatastu, meditate on the Navagrahas. They will remove your feeling stuck. Listen, feeling stuck in the life is due to pralaya. Everyone all over the world is feeling stuck in the life. Meditate on the Navagrahas. Connect with the Navagrahas. Pray to the Navagrahas. You will be free from the suffering of feeling stuck and insecurity. Everyone connected, sitting with us all over the world. Listen, I am continuously everywhere. People feeling stuck, whether in health, wealth, career, life, relationships, spirituality, power manifestation. Whenever you are stuck, it is because of pralaya. Pralaya gives you delusion. Wrong direction makes you feel stuck. And Devi continues on. This pralaya will make you feel that your very room is like a prison. The power of this pralaya will break your mind, crush your being to the extent that you will start feeling your very room like a prison. The only way to destroy this is connecting with the Navagrahas, meditating on the Navagrahas, and be connected to Navagrahanayaki Parameshwari. Take the Atmalinga, keep in your Sahasrara Chakra and meditate on the Navagrahas, who are the manifestation of Paramashakti, Parameshwari. Connect yourself with the Navagrahas. Now, all the grievances will leave. The powers of the Navagrahas will get manifested in the form of the sound of the Navagraha Suktam. Anne, Devi continues on. Anne Parameshwari, Parashakti, Paramashakti, Navagrahanayaki will manifest in all of you. For the great grace of Navagrahas to overflow in all of you. She will do good grace. I am bestowing with good grace, overflowing in Shivamaya, Mother Paramashakti, in the form of Navagrahas, overflowing as a great grace that does good to the world, doing good to all of you, destroying all bad. Mother I am bestowing with great grace as Sarvamangala Mai, as Sarvamangala Swarupini, clearing all the Graha doshas, entering your being in the form of the Navagraha Suktam, doing all goodness, freeing all of you from Maya and Pralaya. I am giving goodness, I am bestowing with Jnana Shakti, Navagraha Suktam Avataraya. So this is what Devi Parashakti has revealed as the problem, the reason that many people are feeling stuck during this Pralaya due to the influence of the Navagrahas. And Devi also revealed the solution for getting out of the feeling of being stuck in life. And as we just witnessed the Navagraha Homa, let us learn a little bit more about the effects of the Navagrahas and how people are feeling stuck and how we can meditate and connect with the Navagrahas to prevent ourselves from, to move out of the feeling of being stuck. So let's look at some of the evidences first of how people are feeling stuck, whether in the field of relationships or their careers or even their mental health. Many people have been experiencing this feeling of being stuck. So let's look at some of the research that has been published about this. And in BBC, it was published that the pandemic is causing spikes in breakups and divorces. And in this article, it states that divorce rates are increasing around the world. And relationship experts warn that the pandemic-induced breakup curve may not have peaked yet. And it continues on that for some couples, the increase in mental health problems is linked, mental health problems linked to the pandemic is playing a role in the breakups. And other research shows that the leading British law firm Stewart's logged 122% increase in inquiries about divorce between July and October. And this is compared with the same period in the previous year, so last year. And this spike in the search for online advice has increased as well. And there's been a 34% increase in sale of basic divorce agreements. And many people have experienced that the mental health has been linked to the breakups during the pandemic. So, but many relationship experts believe that even strong couples who weren't facing problems before the pandemic and avoided major shifts in household health or dynamics may also be susceptible to breakups. This is because the pandemic has taken away well-established routines that offer comfort, stability, and rhythm. And this is a psychotherapist, Ronan Stillman, in the UK Council for Psychotherapy, to explain this. And the latest buzzword for describing this feeling of being stuck during the pandemic is languishing. In People magazine, it was published that languishing is the latest COVID buzzword as people feel stuck in the waning days of the pandemic. And so this is not just a few people, or if you're experiencing this, you understand that many people across the globe are experiencing this, and it is not because of anything other than the effects of the Navagrahas during this time, during the pandemic. And in this article, it describes languishing is the neglected middle child of mental health. It's described by the Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania professor and TED Talk host. It's the void between depression and flourishing, the absence of well-being. You don't have symptoms of mental health, but you're not the picture of mental health either. You're not functioning at your full capacity. In another paper from 2003, so earlier, this has also been studied, Keyes said that languishing is more prevalent than major depressive disorder, and those suffering from it are devoid of positive emotions towards life and are not functioning well either psychologically or socially. And this has been noted particularly during this past year, during the time of this pandemic. In short, he adds that languishers are neither mentally ill or mentally healthy. Instead, they're stuck in a purgatory between the two and at risk of moving towards mentally ill without further prevention. So people, even in the dimension of mental health, are also feeling stuck.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda.
What I mean by the word KAILASA, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to KAILASA, it's okay. KAILASA can come to you. KAILASA coming to you is KAILASA. I will revive Hinduism. I am a Hindu revivalist, not by any revolution, but by evolution. And setting model communities. KAILASAs, enlightenment ecosystems, Sarvanya Pitas all over the world. All powerful cognition, knowledge, only when you live, power manifestation and possibilities manifestation happens. This is a fundamental truth. Hinduism cannot live exclusively as one sampradaya. No. All sampradayas of Hinduism is an ecosystem. So don't keep quiet thinking that if one sampradaya is attacked, only that sampradaya is going to be affected. All of us are ecosystem. I invite all of you to get involved and enjoy Hinduism by the principle of Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. When you protect Dharma, Dharma protects you. We will make the whole planet flourish spiritually. The spiritual prosperity will happen to the whole planet. We all have to coexist together. We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support, and we make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. whole world should become KAILASians.
I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.
KAILASA is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. KAILASA is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity, withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness. We can support you aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life. We can help you with everything. If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, inspire you, and make you interested in enlightenment time.
Welcome back, dear viewers. Sorry for the technical glitch. So now let us continue with understanding about how people are experiencing feeling stuck during this pandemic, during this pralaya. So even in the dimension of relationships, pregnancies, people are experiencing this feeling of being stuck. And there's been a very drastic decrease in the rate of pregnancies during this pandemic. And reports show that this has been the fewest births in the past 35 years. A study by Brookings Institution think tank estimates that 300,000 fewer babies were born in 2021. And in time, it was reported that women are deciding not to have babies because of the pandemic. And that is bad for all. And in BBC was also reported that US birth rates fall during the pandemic. And in this report, it states that despite spending more time at home due to the pandemic, the US is in the midst of a baby bust, not a baby boom. US births have been falling for nearly a decade, and 2019 saw the fewest births in 35 years, but the final number of 2020 could slip even lower. An estimated 300,000 fewer babies are expected in 2021, according to a study. So during this past year, it was already expected to be a very drastic decrease in the number of pregnancies. And it comes as the pandemic has created a turbulent labor market that has disproportionately hurt working women. And last year, women slightly outnumbered men in the workforce, but this labor market participation has now dropped to 57%, the lowest since 1988. So not only women are not getting pregnant, they're also experiencing the effects of the pandemic in their careers in the labor market. And so let's understand a little bit more about the cascading effects of the pandemic as described by Devi Parashakti. Devi Parashakti keeps reminding human civilization that the effects of COVID-19 don't just stop with people losing life. Its irreversible effects on health, but also its effects on the livelihood of people. This effect is felt on our economy, mental health, and the social structure, which has been tumbling down since the beginning of this pandemic. And in this report, it shows that 50% of students are still affected by school closures, and there has been a decrease of 30% in clean energy transition investments, as well as 135 people have fallen into poverty because, or will be pushed into poverty due to the pandemic. And in other dimensions, people are also experiencing this, where we've seen a decline in the real estate market, and 81 million people have lost jobs due to the COVID-19 pandemic and the turmoil it has created. And here you can see it was reported in the International Labor Organization that 81 million people have lost jobs due to the turmoil created in the Asia Pacific labor markets during the pandemic. And here you can see it was reported in the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis that about the impact of COVID-19 on residential real estate. And in this report, it states that COVID-19 pandemic significantly affected the US residential real estate market during the spring months. And another major factor that many people have been experiencing is an increase in mental health issues and suicidal ideation during the pandemic. It has exacerbated the risk factors for suicide for many people. And there's been a 51% increase in emergency department visits for suspected suicide attempts among US girls between ages 12 and 17. And this has increased during the COVID-19 pandemic. So now let us look at first, let's understand, many of us have already experienced this. You don't really need the statistics to understand how the pandemic, the pralaya, has been affecting people's lives and our own lives, whether in the dimension of relationships, health, or careers. Every aspect, every dimension of our lives has been affected. And let's now understand what Devi Parashakti, manifesting through the Nijavatar of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, has described has revealed as the solution for the feeling of being stuck during the pandemic. Devi revealed that the meditating on the Navagrahas, praying to the Navagrahas, will remove that feeling of being stuck during this pandemic. And here you can see some of the benefits of meditation as reported by modern science. There are 12 science-based benefits that were reported by Healthline, which includes that it reduces stress, it controls anxiety, it promotes emotional health, it enhances the self-awareness, it lengthens the attention span, it may reduce age-related memory loss, it can generate kindness, and it may help fight addictions, it improves sleep, it helps control pain, and it can decrease your blood pressure. And it is easily accessible anywhere. And in another report in Cambridge University Press, it was reported that meditation is a necessity during the pandemic, during times of crisis such as COVID-19, as it helps people cope with the effects of this pandemic, this pralaya, as many people have been experiencing many mental health issues during this time. And another report about how spirituality and prayer are immensely beneficial for the emotional health was published in Everyday Health on December 7th, 2015. And it reports that the that meditation and prayer offer a bigger sense of purpose and provide social support, lift the spirit, and help you cope with difficulties. And in a 2015 report published in Health Psychology, it was found that when researchers followed 191 people with congestive heart failure for 5 years, they found that those who reported feeling spiritual peace and who also made some healthy lifestyle changes were significantly more likely to live longer than their peers. So now, let us see how the avatar himself has directly demonstrated how meditation impacts our minds.
Nithyananda participates and encourages scientific researchers to derive evidences for meditation and healing through meditation. Dr. R. Murli Krishna, President, COO, Integris Mental Health and James L. Hall Jr., Center for Mind, Body and Spirit, Oklahoma in US, and his team invited Nithyananda to derive scientific evidences for meditation and the state of his enlightenment.
When Swamiji came, I have requested him to do one thing. I asked him, would you be willing to undergo some scientific investigation of the meditation process? He very cheerfully agreed without one complaint. He went for 3 repeat sessions for PET scanning and 3 repeat sessions for quantitative EEG sessions. And these are really not very easy tests to go through. It requires a lot of patience and a lot of willingness to do that. So we did that. Because if a meditation process is doing something to your brain, we should be able to detect that. Scientific findings are verifiable. They are replicable. You can replicate them, duplicate them. So Swamiji went through those sessions and we found some interesting findings.
In PET scan, they inject a radioactive dye which goes and sits in parts of the brain that are active. In the normal, non-meditative state, the brain is very active. And when we are seeing someone, the rear end of the brain, the visual cortex, is very active, as shown in the diagram.
Usually the brain is so active, there are 100 billion brain cells there. But what meditation does is something very interesting. It shows the frontal lobes getting more active. The frontal lobe is where you have judgment, wisdom, reasoning. Here are some of the brain scans I'm going to share with you. This is alert, non-meditative state. The second one is 30 minutes into 30 minutes meditation. Look at the frontal lobes, how they light up. They light it up big time. 60 minutes of deep meditation, and here is a deep, deep level of meditation where it lights up significantly right here. Right in the middle, probably 1.5 inches, 2 inches deeper. What's interesting was, Swami was inside, and that's the last part of that one. See that light right here? So what's interesting was, I've never seen that before in my life, so the other parts I've seen may not be to the extent that Swamiji showed, but this is something interesting. There is something called dopamine, which is a chemical our brain is involved in. Dopamine is produced mostly in this area. And when you have any pleasurable feeling in your body, it is mediated through dopamine. It's a nerve receptor. It's a chemical that transmits messages of pleasure. It basically evokes pleasure chemical. You eat the same thing with visual pleasures you have. Beautiful people, beautiful sceneries, nature, whatever gives you pleasure. It's mediated through dopamine. Everything that human being experiences involves dopamine. But what's interesting is that you and I have the potential to create our own dopamine in a big way. So I named it, for lack of a word in the past, the D spot, which is the dopamine spot. If you can discover your D spot, you got it made in life. The D really stands for divine spot. The D also stands for delight, and the dopamine spot. what's also interesting is that, he could at will go in and out of those states. Those are some of the findings I want to share with you. There's so much more talk about physiology of mind and brain and the body. It's a fascinating field that, this is something that all human beings can relate to, can apply in our own lives. Not only a sophisticated knowledge, but these things have application in daily life for all of us.
Nithyananda's system of free healing, known as Nithya Spiritual Healing, has been baffling the medical world, curing diseases from migraine to cancer. Qualified people are also initiated to become healers. The complete report of the research conducted on Nithyananda's neurological system can be found in the book Mystic Phenomena, Scientific Data.
Yes. And that was the Supreme Pontiff Hinduism has himself revealed about how beneficial meditation is and has proven it scientifically. Now let us understand what the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has revealed about stress, about prayer, how it is the best stress buster.
If you are not allowed to do yoga, made to believe early morning sleep is the best thing in your life, you are tortured, you are abused, your divine rights are violated. If you are constantly inspired to do yoga early morning, Brahma Muhurta time, and everyday puja, sit that 30-40 minutes and melt down by feeling connection. Understand? Nothing can be compared to prayer to bust your stress. I tell you, prayer is the best stress buster. Deep feeling connection and tears rolling in your eyes and melting down. Prayer to Paramashiva. Intense yearning, Vyakulata, talking to Paramashiva, relating to Paramashiva. Nothing can be compared to that to bust your stress. I tell you, every day puja is an ultimate recharging experience. If you do everyday puja, the kind of the stress-free life you will live, your whole biological clock will be aligned to KAILASA. I tell you, I have seen the people who have the habit of Nitya Puja live long. Not just long, happy. In my whole life, it is Nitya Puja, that gave me all the best things of life. Everyday puja, relating with the deities is the best stress buster. Touch the deities, do decoration, dress up. Even now, my best time of the day is when I sit with my deities. When I sit with my deities, dress up the deities, jewel them, spend time with them, talk to them, intensely pray deeply connect and pray. Understand? You do not know the power of Archavatara. God landing in physical deity form. Never underestimate the power of Archavatara. The Archavatara is equivalent to living avatara. What living avatar can do to you, an Archavatara can do. Atma Linga I am giving to all of you is literally living Archavatara. It's a piece of God. Literally.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Yes. So now that we've understood from the Supreme Concept of Hinduism himself about the benefits of prayer and meditation, let us understand a little bit more about the Navagrahas and their impact on humans. So, of course, Vedic scientists have well researched the science of Jyotisha and have understood how the planetary effects impact humans. Let's look at what modern science has understood about this. So there has been scientific evidence about how humans are affected by the planets. Planets affect electromagnetic waves, and this is scientifically proven. Brain waves are also a form of electromagnetic waves. Hence, they are also affected with the change in the position of the planets. So in a research that was published in March of 1951, an American radio engineer, John H. Nelson, discovered that there was a degradation in the propagation of radio waves with respect to different positions of planets and at different angles. Now, what do radio waves have to do with humans? Radio waves are, as we know, are a type of electromagnetic wave. Now, even the human brain emits electromagnetic waves, which are better known as brain waves. And now both radio waves and brain waves are a form of electromagnetic waves. Here, brain waves are a weaker form of these electromagnetic waves, which are very hard to measure, unlike radio waves. Now, brain waves don't have any interference with radio waves, which are much stronger than brain waves. However, if certain position of planets in space can cause disruption in the propagation of radio waves, then it can also affect human beings. Dr. Percy Seymour, who is a British astrophysicist and astronomer, states that the revolving planets play a very important role in the development of the human fetus in brain development of the human body. And it is observed that the magnetic field of the Earth changes daily and seasonally. This fluctuations in the geomagnetism have an effect on the brain. Thus, the geomagnetism plays a major role in the brain and body development of the human fetus and has an effect on different organisms too. The revolving planets causes solar activity which causes geomagnetism. So therefore, solar activity is responsible for geomagnetism, which influences all biological organisms, including human beings. So some researchers, as we've seen, has found that electromagnetic waves are affected by the planetary positions, and human brain waves are also a form of electromagnetic waves. Thus, it is expected that the planetary positions do affect brain waves as well. And in this, it's also shown that geomagnetism has an effect on the brain, and geomagnetism is influenced by solar activity. So the solar activity is caused by the alignment of the planets. Thus, the planets play a major role in brain and body development. So we've seen how in two different ways, modern science has understood how planetary positions and solar activity influences the human brain and body and the development of the human fetus. And so let's look a little bit more about the scientific evidence. The Earth's magnetic field changes regularly, thereby affecting the magnetic compounds in the cerebellum in similar ways during brain development, resulting in similar personality traits for those developing at similar times in similar locations on Earth. And according to Dr. Harold S. Burr, a professor of anatomy at Yale Medical School, he states that complex magnetic fields not only establish the pattern of human brain at birth, but also regulate and control it throughout life. So this is exactly what our Vedic scientists have understood and have described in the science of Jyotisha. So here is the shloka for the Navagrahas. So let's understand a little bit more about the Navagrahas as per Vedic astrology and the effects of the Navagrahas on human beings. So Nava means 9 and Graha means planet. As per Vedic astrology, there are 9 planets that influence our lives. The position of a planet at the time of human birth will have an influence on his actions and reactions to different situations in life. So this is also verified by what we've seen in modern science, where they've shown that the position and the time and location of where you were born, the planetary positions of at the time you were born affects your development as a fetus and throughout your life, as we saw earlier in the research. And every life as it is has its own ups and downs. When there is improper planetary alignment for any individual, it is called a dosha or a negative influence. Due to these Navagraha doshas, people fall into depression and certain low moods. This low period may last for some period based on the power of the planets. However, this can be averted with intelligence, connecting to the cosmic intelligence to avert any hindrance in life and bestow tremendous peace and success in life. And for this, Navagraha Puja is conducted, as we just saw the Navagraha Homa. This is also very effective in clearing the Navagraha doshas. So you might have noticed that as the moon grows Purnima in the half of the month, the waves of the ocean rise and their aggression subsides as we approach the new moon day, the Amavasya. According to this Vedic science, these planets and their positions will have influence on the human body and mind. So let's understand who the Navagrahas are and how each one works for our enlightenment. So Aditya promotes strength. Aditya is the sun, and he promotes strength and courage, health and prosperity, and relief from chronic diseases. Chandra is the moon and is immensely beneficial for mental peace and charming personality, excellent control over emotions, and keeps your inner space in coolness. And Angaragan, Mars, is the protector of Dharma. He controls the muscular system of the body and the circulatory system. Buddha, or Mercury, is the planet relief from diseases related with nervous system and body function, and grants wisdom, commercial success, and growth. Guru, or Jupiter, is the master of all the grahas. Shukra, or Venus, symbolizes love and passion, and he is a giver of wealth, fortune, and luxury living, if positioned well in one's horoscope. Shani, Saturn, is very instrumental for reducing the intensity of hardship caused by adversities. And Rahu is affected. When Rahu is affected, one faces several miseries and obstacles in the way of success. And Ketu is the demon's tail, is the representation of the karmic collection of both bad and good, spirituality and supernatural influences. So now let us see from our Puranas about how the Navagrahas have played a major role in many of the Puranic stories, the outcome of our Puranic stories. Let's first look at the Ramayana. And the Ramayana it highlights the defeat of Ravana at the hands of Shani, having brought the Navagrahas under his control. So as many of us have heard, that Ravana decides to bring all of the Navagrahas, capture all of the Navagrahas, and keep them in his home and keep them under his control. So they do exactly as he says. Ravana made them lie face down on the steps to his throne. Even Shani could not cast his spell on him, as he was unable to face Ravana from his position. So Shani has to actually face you, look at you, in order to have its effect on you. So it was then that Narada Muni came to Ravana and mockingly told him that the latter had no guts, that Ravana had no guts to face the Navagrahas, and that is why he made them all lie down. His pride pricked him, and Ravana ordered the Navagrahas to lie on their backs. This enabled Shani to cast his spell on Ravana and set in motion the events that brought about the downfall of Ravana, and paving the way for the final battle with Rama, where ultimately Bhagavan Rama defeated Ravana. So this is just one of the most famous stories about the effects of the Navagrahas from our Puranas. Now, let's look at another story from the Mahabharata. So this is the story of Duryodhana and how he consulted Sahadeva to help him with winning the war with the favor of the astrological positions. So one day, Dronacharya asked Duryodhana to contact Sahadeva, who was the twin brother of Nakula and the youngest of the Pandavas. He said that Sahadeva was an astrologer and that he would be the right person to consult. Duryodhana was surprised, and he asked Dronacharya how he could ask his enemy for an auspicious date for him to perform a Durga Puja to win the war. And Dronacharya said that Sahadeva would never refuse if Duryodhana approached him just after Sahadeva's bath and morning puja. The teacher also told Duryodhana that Sahadeva spoke the truth always, and that Duryodhana could trust everything that Sahadeva said. So the following morning, Duryodhana went to meet Sahadeva just after the latter had finished his puja. And he said to Sahadeva, although they were foes, he trusted Sahadeva to be a man of dharma and that he would perform his duty as an astrologer. And he said to Sahadeva that they were foes. Duryodhana asked Sahadeva to consult the almanac and specify the right time to start the war in order to ensure victory for the Kauravas. And Sahadeva readily looked into the almanac, the Panchang, made some calculations and gave his predictions to Duryodhana. He said that the following Amavasya, new moon day, which fell 2 days later, was an auspicious time to perform the Durga Puja and to commence the war, as that would guarantee Duryodhana's victory. Duryodhana was very pleased, and after thanking Sahadeva, he returned to his own army and command center. This shocked Yudhishthira and Arjuna, Bhima, and even Nakula, who were not particularly upset with Sahadeva, as they knew his integrity to the science of Jyotisha and his integrity to the Jyotisha Shastra. However, they didn't understand. They very well also knew that Duryodhana's treacherous qualities and Sahadeva's characters of being true to his Jyotisha Shastra or knowledge of astrology. The Pandavas, however, were sure that Bhagavan Krishna would come up with a brilliant solution to the grave problem that they were in. After a while, Bhagavan Krishna smiled with a twinkle in his eye and said that he had thought of something. Bhagavan asked Yudhishthira, Arjuna, Bhima, and Nakula not to reveal his plan to Sahadeva. And the following morning, Bhagavan Krishna led the Pandavas apart from Sahadeva to the riverside in order to perform the Tarpanam, or the oblations to their forefathers, which is usually performed on the Amavasya day. Yudhishthira was surprised and asked Bhagavan Krishna why he wanted to perform the ritual a day before Amavasya, or the new moon day. Bhagavan asked the Pandavas to trust him and to follow his commands. The Pandavas started performing the Tarpanam for their father and ancestors, and this perplexed the gods in heaven. The gods discussed amongst themselves, trying to figure out what was going on earth. And the two main gods involved in Amavasya are Bhagavan Surya and Bhagavan Chandra, or the sun and the moon. And they both rushed to Bhagavan Krishna to ask him what was happening. They asked Bhagavan why the Pandavas were performing Darpanam when it was not Amavasya. Bhagavan Krishna, with a twinkle in his eye and a smile, said that it certainly wasn't Amavasya before Surya Bhagavan and Chandra Bhagavan appeared before him to ask him that question. But since the two appeared together with each other before him, they were conjunct, and it was Amavasya. Amavasya was declared and the war started. And Bhagavan Krishna cleverly ensured that Sahadeva did not go against the dharma of being an honest astrologer, and yet started the war at the time that was inauspicious for the Kauravas. And the Bodhayana Amavasya is an extra new moon that occurs on Chaturdashi, or a day before the actual new moon day. For Krishna, the whole cosmos readjusted its planetary position, and the day became Amavasya. Only an incarnation has the power to overcome the cosmos, and because of the space of oneness they are establishing, the Shastra Pramana states that the incarnation has the control of all of the planets. And this was demonstrated by Agnigiri Yogeshwara himself, who is the very guru of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself, Swamiji himself, who demonstrated this by bringing all of the 9 planets to Earth in order to teach the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the young Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the science of astrology. Not only the Puranic references, but even in modern day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has demonstrated this power of oneness over the celestial bodies by delaying the sunrise. So now let us understand what the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself has revealed about the insights into the Navagrahas. In the words of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself, the moment the consciousness enters the body, the energy level of the cosmos at that time of birth gets printed in the consciousness. Your inner space gets a print of the cosmic energy level and the position of the 9 major energy centers of the solar system. The astrological planets are not only astronomical, they are energies. A particular energy of position clearly decides the cosmic energy level during the time of the birth. Based on that, the Jyotisha will be able to predict the course of life. Understand, not exact incidents, because you have freedom. You have freedom to decide whether to sit or hear or not, to read this or not. Astrology has manifested in the inner vision of the ancient sages and rishis of India. These yogis, enlightened beings, were able to see beyond the realms of names and forms. They could feel and express the subtle reality that exists behind cosmic phenomena. As such, they perceived the primal powers of the cosmic intelligence in the planets and stars, the macrocosm, and worshipped the cosmic powers within themselves, the microcosm, as powers of their being. So to explain Jyotisha simply, by concentrating intensely on the sun and other planets, they understood that the movement of the life force in their body, and they understood the movements of life force in their body, and by meditating on this life force, they also came to understand the movement of the sun and all the other planets in the heavens. And through this technique called samyama, they could unravel the secrets of the universe. They brought down their understanding into a system of Vedic science, which became known as the Jyotisha, the science of light. The major course of life, if you will get enlightened or not, can be predicted. Principles can be predicted, but not policies. You have, as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism revealed, you have the freedom to choose your actions, your day-to-day actions, but the major course of your life can be predicted. Having an idea about your horoscope will give you intelligence and acceptance in your life. Intelligence to take the right decisions, and the acceptance to bear the inevitable consequences. According to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, a seeker should have a basic knowledge of his horoscope. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism also gave his own disciples, the Nithyananda Yoga participants, the experience that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism once had with Arunagiri Yogeshwara by explaining the Navagrahas to the participants and the Adinivasis at the time, the powerful courtyard sessions. And during the powerful courtyard sessions, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism revealed about the Navagrahas, taught the science of Jyotisha, and how we are all influenced by the planetary positions. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism revealed basic interpretations of grahas, which all human beings have, is that some grahas are good, do good things, and some don't. For example, people feel that the 7.5 years of the Shani transition and the Rahu effect have a very negative effect, and many people are always afraid of this. And some believe that Shukra will do good for life and bring wealth. So many people want the effects of Shukra in their life. However, Swamiji has revealed that the basis on which all the grahas function is to lead human being to experience Paramashivoham. And if a person is suffering from a pattern long enough, then the grahas intervene and give life situation where he is forced to break the pattern and move towards the Paramashivoham. So the grahas only play with you, affect you in order to give you a breakthrough and help you to reach the ultimate, to experience Paramashivoham. Swamiji said that Shani, Rahu, Ketu make one accountable for the smooth flow of the law of the cosmos, and Shukra will shower you, but will rule you with fear. Buddha will intensify the effect of the graha in which he joins. So any of the effects of the other grahas, Buddha will intensify that, whether good or bad. That is why when we listen to Guru, none of the grahas will have effect because he is taking us to experience Paramashivoham. So Guru himself will give you the experience of Paramashivoham. So the grahas do not have to have their hands in your life. The Guru himself will guide and protect you. As long as we are integrated to him, to Guru, to Swamiji, to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the grahas will not have an effect. Swamiji shared that if we are stuck in a pattern for long enough and are unable to break it because of our non-listening, then that is the time that the grahas will work on us. So a very simple solution is to always be in listening to the Guru, to be in oneness with the Guru, and to always be devoted at the feet of the Guru. So now let's watch a short video about some of the spiritual alchemy products that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has given for the influence of the Navagrahas. And as we all are getting ready to watch this video, you can take a few minutes now to go ahead and join as a member of KAILASA's SBHT on the YouTube channel, and go ahead and subscribe, turn on the notifications. You can constantly stay connected and be aware of the times when the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism will be coming live, as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism will be gracing us very shortly. So do stay tuned and stay connected as we are entering into this video. So, and we'll be blessed by the live darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism very shortly. So do stay tuned.
It actually represents Hindu cosmology. So, in this, please listen. In this sheet, Navagrahas are installed. In this 2D sheet, Navagrahas are installed with 3 colors. Varivadivu, Olivadivu, Kurivadivu. Means, in the form of mantra, in the form of figure, in the form of symbol. Varivadivu, Olivadivu, Kurivadivu. These are Trikalas. In the Trikala means is in the form of Navagrahas, in the form of symbol, and in the form, actual form, and in the mantra. 3 shapes they are installed, and each one of them are installed in one garbha. Their life is installed in one garbha. So 9 garbhas are on the plate. Then this represents 11 dimension. This 3 layer length, breadth, depth dimension. Inside 9 garbhas are kept representing 9 more dimension. The 11th space cannot be given in matter. It will be given to you as an initiation. So understand? This represents 9 Navagrahas and 11 dimensions. Sadashiva talks about it in Kamikagama, and Shastra Pramana we have, and Apta Pramana also we have. Tirumular, a great saint, he talks about it. Because in this the Trikala means the line form, visual form, and mantra form. All 3 are there. It can be considered as deity, and you can even do puja to it. In mandala, the visual form will never be there usually. But in the Navagraha mandala, it is written, the visual form has to be there. Because the visual form is there,
Now it is equivalent to a deity also. Not only a spiritual alchemy product, deity also. But you don't need to, there's no compulsion of maintenance. But if you want, you can worship. It is equivalent to an energy of a deity. It will nullify all the evil effects of grahas on you, and it will keep you very pleasant and complete with grahas. So naturally, they will not behave with you like a sadist. They will inform you, support you, and evolve you. See, I tell you, all the 9 grahas have been given a command by Sadashiva. Making every being experience Sadashivatva is their responsibility. Either by giving you right experience or wrong experience, they educate you to manifest Sadashivatva. Now, they will make it more easy for you. That's all. There will not be root shocks, surprises, collapsing, waste of time, all that. So it will keep you in the space of completion with grahas.
Nithyananda. So now that we've understood about the Navagrahas and how we can prevent the influence of the Navagrahas by just worshiping the Guru, by worshiping Supreme Quantum of Hinduism, all of the effects of the Navagrahas will be taken away from us. So now let us get ready to receive the live darshan of the Supreme Quantum of Hinduism. We will be blessed and graced with the live darshan very shortly. So let us enter into meditation and get ready to receive the Supreme Quantum of Hinduism. Sit with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line and start chanting the Mahavakya. Get ready to receive the live darshan of the Supreme Quantum of Hinduism. So start chanting the Mahavakya intensely. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.